Welcome back to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we're going to be taking a look at an Adidas collaboration done with Gucci. These are the Gazelles in the OG brown colorway. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back to another unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe right now. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those down below. Hit that notification bell because we do have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you to miss out on. Also, be sure to check out that join button for our amazing membership perks as well as our merch store. Today, we're going to be talking about a special collaboration done with Gucci and Adidas. This was done in different colors and variations. You saw lots of pieces probably in a full-on capsule that Gucci and Adidas had dropped together, and this is by far, I think, one of my favorite collaborations that the two of them have done together. I think that this is just such an incredible looking sneaker. So we're going to talk about the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I styled this, a really just cool color combination, and then we'll talk about how much these retailed at. So let's jump right into it. So as you can see that we have the classic GG monogram all throughout the sneaker. You can see it on the medial side, the lateral side, the back of the heel, even at the bottom of the midsole. That GG monogram actually continues all the way down. So they did not slack on leaving a little piece of that GG marking anywhere. But I love that they've decided to go with this nice kind of goldeny brown OG tone. I also have the bag that matches this sneaker. So I'm going to actually pop that up so you can kind of see. This was also part of the capsule that released. So there were lots of different clothing pieces, different bags that you could choose from. This was my favorite bag that released as part of the collection, so I had to snag it. I think that this is just so classic. Again, that color combination was my favorite color combination that released for this whole capsule. But as we work our way up, you'll notice that this is actually a nice canvas material. So one of the cool things about this is they actually used all animal-free products throughout this whole collaboration, as well as the materials are primarily sustainable, they're renewable and bio-based sources. So nice to know that they decided to go with those types of materials. This is a really, really cool tongue you can see here in white, and it's got this really just cool pattern on it, and the Gucci and Adidas dual logo is on there in black and white underneath those simplistic white laces. The eyelets do have this nice kind of luxurious feel to it because they are encapsulated in that gold plating, which is really nice. So let's take a look at those details, and then we'll move along to the side panels and back portions of the sneaker. All right, so moving along to the medial side, you'll see that we do have the 3 stripes and that nice classic white color scheme, which I think pops quite nicely off of that OG brown colorway. On the back, I do love that they've added that hint of red to accent it. I think it just flows quite nicely. We do have the Gucci and a nice vibrant gold color scheme. On the interior, we have Gucci as well as the Adidas logo on the interior, and it does say that these were made in Italy. We have Gazelle in this nice kind of sparkly gold color scheme, and then again the 3 stripes in white. As we work our way down to the midsole, it is a nice gum bottom, and again you do have the Gucci logos down on there, which are nice and monochromatic and blend quite nicely. As we work our way to the outsole, this is actually one of my favorite parts of the sneakers because we've got all the dual logos on the bottom there. So the creative director for this whole collaboration really pulled from the 80s and 90s as inspiration. So I definitely do feel that this has some of that kind of 80s and 90s vibes to it, which is probably why I like this so much. But I think that this was a really job well done. I think out of all the sneakers that did release, this was probably my favorite, which is why this is the only one I'm doing complete full unboxing and styling on. But definitely a cool look. So let's take a look at all these details. Actually, before that, let's talk about the box, because this is definitely a nice designer box. You can see it's nice and yellow and burgundy. We've got Gucci and the Adidas logo on the front here, and it is kind of a bag that it turns into, which is kind of cool and different. And as well as you do get some of these duster bags. You get one for each of the sneakers. So we've got that same logo in the same colorway that matches the box, as well as some extra laces. These aren't a different color. I thought that they may have been a cream, but I held it in the light and it's actually just an additional set. So when you get these dirty, you can actually swap these back in. All right, so let's take a look at all those last and final details. All right, so as far as size and fit goes, I would say that these actually run a little bit on the larger side. So these did release in men's sizing as well as women's sizing. I actually went with the men's sizing on this one, and I went with a size 7. So I'm typically a 7.5 in men's, and I did size down to a size 7. So I would recommend going half a size down, especially if you do have high arch narrow feet like myself. The Gazelle silhouette does run quite narrow as well. So this could actually be completely different if you do have flatter, wider feet, so do take that into consideration. But on this one, if you have a similar type of foot to my own, definitely think about sizing down. All right, so let's jump into styling. So as you probably saw, they did release an entire clothing capsule with this entire collection. I know that it's also probably out of a lot of people's price ranges, as a lot of those pieces were quite expensive. I know that even a hoodie was like around $1,800, which is pretty crazy. So I wanted to give you some other options if that was out of your price point range and you could only afford the sneakers. I wanted to give you some different looks that definitely, I think, go quite nicely with these sneakers. For the first look, I wanted to keep it pretty simplistic and classy, so I decided to go with an all-white look. So I wore a white button down with a nice simple cropped white tank underneath and some nice simple white denim shorts. Definitely made it the standout piece with that look, so I think you can really keep it pretty minimalistic. For the second look, I decided to go a little crazier with a pattern that was floral printed. I wanted to play off the red accent, so I decided to go with this pink, red, and white dress. It was a mini dress with a bustier at the top, and I think that you can really mix and play with fun patterns with this one. For the last and final look, I kept it simple with a different kind of color scheme. I think that you can play with nice pops of color with this, so I decided to go with a periwinkle color scheme with a ribbed skirt and a matching ribbed tank top. Definitely think that this is a fun sneaker that you can definitely wear throughout the year. I definitely feel like it can be spring, summer, winter, fall, you name it, but this is just an all year round color scheme. So you let me know which of the three looks was your favorite, or how would you style these?
Should've let you go. I should've let you just walk on by. Never even said hi. No, then we would never know just how hard it feels to open up hearts, to have to let go. But we can't turn back now, 'cause we've come too far to not leave broken hearts. I guess something inside my soul just couldn't stand to let you walk away so easily. No. And maybe in time we can figure out just what these moments are.
All right, so now let's talk about how much these retailed for. So I know pretty steep price point for a Gazelle. If you're somebody who loves Adidas and you've gotten just a typical Gazelle, it doesn't run you around the price of these, which is $850. But I will say that this is definitely a luxury shoe. You're getting it with so many different things, specifically the quality and the fact that this was made in Italy. You can definitely tell that this is a more luxurious upscale sneaker. But other than that, as far as resale is going, depending on your size, you could actually get these for a little bit less on the resale market right now. But these did originally retail at $850. All right, everyone, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe on your way out. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down below and hit that notification bell, because we do have a ton of coming out that I don't want you to miss out on. Also, be sure to check out that join button for our amazing membership perks as well as our merch store. This is Shade TV. My name's Marissa Hill. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Just need a little more time to make sure